I called at Home Bargains, hoping to get the bigger packet of dates that I normally get. What did they go up to? Was it £1.09? £1.19? Anyway, they only had this smaller packet, 200 grams, and that was 99p. I got the household disinfectant spray, that was £1.99. 4 lovely big bulbs of garlic, and they were 79p. And the fat balls for the birds, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, it says 12, Jill. Those were £1.29. So all in all, I spent £5.06 at Home Bargains. And then I went on to a Lidl. And at Lidl, I spent £6.94. The pitted olives were 95p. I got 3 tins of marrow fat peas, and they were 39p each. The mini coconut bars were, let me have a look, £1.69, and the caramel biscuit bars were £1.39. I got a bag of strong white bread flour, that was £1.09, and I always get a bag, you know, from the fruit and veg, because the bread flour bags seem to leak a bit. And I got some yeast, and that was 65p. 2, 4, 5 in there. So that's what I got at Lidl. And what I actually went for was some milk. And I've forgotten it. I do have a little bit for a cup of tea. I might go out again later on. I might not. I've been very busy today. Washer on as soon as I got up. Then I hung it out and then did some gardening. A very productive day, I thought. Bedding hung out in this low November sun, but it's quite windy, so hopefully it should dry them, if not all the way through. Certainly well on the way. And it's going to be frosty on a night in a few days' time, so I think it's time to take whatever chilies I've got off, whatever tomatoes I've got, and this last fig lock is desperately trying to ripen. Ooh. Look at this. We've had a water butt installed. It's a good job I'm going to bring my tomatoes in, the last of them, but that'll save me carrying a lot of water in next summer. They are trying to ripen, look. But they need to come in because it's going to get frosty. -1, -2. Look, these are trying to ripen. And this one, look, all of them. so they can come in. I don't want to lose these with the nighttime frost. They're a lot bigger, look, than the ones that grew in summer. All from that same tomato that I planted, and all them little seedlings came up. Wow, I'm pleasantly surprised. And there are some more in there. I've just taken the tomato plants out, but we'll leave them for now. But look at those. I shall give them a wash in my new water washing facility. I only came out for the tomatoes. But I've emptied this container, and do you remember I said I was going to make a compost pile? I did some of those ground coffee free bag that I got, and we had a bit of a compost pile here, but I'm sure it would have been tidied up at some point. So I've taken the bean tops, I've saved the soil from the beans that grew and the melons for next year, but we'll see if we can get some compost from this. I've repotted the celery, taken out what wasn't growing or had finished going to seed, This is the garlic that I planted, look, and I've just spotted a bean. We'll have that. I think I'll cut those down as well and lay those on top. Having a bit of a tidy up. I've just been speaking to my neighbour and we're going to have another water butt here because it took the top off and it's actually full already. Just shows you how much water goes down the drain. So that'll be a great help next year, carrying all that water this year. So I am definitely going to go in now. She says, looking at those, thinking I might transfer those down here. Yes, I'll do that, then I'm definitely going in. Take care, people.